Dancer will come, dancer will come, dancer will come, dancer will come, dancer will come. Oh, I don't see you, 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 I just have to go to class. Yeah, see, I just have to go to class.
What's going on, guys? Phoenix back with yet again another review, and today we'll be reviewing the Sennheiser HD 461Gs. Now, usually I switch up with a headphone usually like almost once a year, or probably more so, almost 3 times a year over the past years, because I've been having a terrible strain of great headphones that just aren't up to snuff with build quality. Now, are these headphones to the same agenda? We'll find out. Now onto the build quality. These headphones are probably the second most light headphones that I've ever owned. Probably second to the Skullcandy Slayers, but you know, they're pretty light headphones. You don't really have any issues with them being too heavy on your head. On the side of the headphones you have these like sort of metalish rimmings, but they're actually fake metal rimmings. They're hardened soft plastic, so it's kind of nice to the touch. You also have this nice little rigid soft design on the side of the ear cups, which actually feels really good to touch, which I will say that brings some points to the headphones that I can't remove. The ear cups go in and out, so you know, if you need to adjust them over top of your head, if your head's too big or your head's too small, these can fit over your head by, you know, a little bit of adjustments. Now, because it's very loose, what I will say is that sometimes you'll put these on your head and they kind of bend inwards, and that causes you to have to spend an extra few seconds, maybe an extra second, I don't know, maybe it doesn't take very long, but I always have this issue where I have to spend a few seconds where I'm fiddling around with adjusting the ear cups to fit on my head, and it's not like I have a big head, it's just like when I put them on my head, they're already flexed in from just them falling in. Now, these actually do have a removable cable. This on the side of them, there's a cable that you will pull out from the headphones. When you look at them, they almost look like they should be pulled like in, like you pull them down, but it's actually you pull them out and it'll reveal a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter cable, which means you can't just replace these with a 3.5 millimeter cable. If you wanted to, you have to have either an adapter or a 3.5 to 2.5 millimeter cable in order to replace these. The cushions are very comfortable. They feel very comfortable on your head after long periods of time, but they do cause a little bit of sweat after longer periods of time, or if you're, you know, outside walking around in the heat. With these heat conditions these days, I'll tell you, there are definitely points in which they get pretty hot on your head, or you know, they cause a lot of sweat on your head. Now let's get on to the sound quality. The sound quality is very weird because I almost feel like the sound quality is good, but they can't fulfill their own features. It's weird to say because I've never had this issue before. So the headphones are actually, the lows and the mids are actually pretty clear, and the highs are very weird. They give off this almost out of a tin can sound, so it's kind of very weird. The box advertises that it's very good on bass, but it's actually very not good on bass. The bass is almost non-existent. The frequency is very flat, so they're like closer to reference headphones, but I would never use these for reference headphones because of the next point. These headphones are very quiet, and I've never had an issue where I can never turn a headphone up to max volume and still not hear it. I've only had those issues with earbuds, and I've never had these issues with actual headphones, so I'm not really sure what that's about, but I will say that causes some issues with these headphones because most sounds are clear, but it can be inconsistent. So, you know, you'll have issues where you'll listen to one song which is actually mixed and mastered, and every song is mixed and mastered with different volume levels. So you'll have a song that's, very loud, or a song that's very quiet, and that's just naturally how music is. But then you'll go to another song that's like sort of at that middle point, and it'll be at a very gray area where you'll turn the music up to hear it, but you'll get to that max volume and you still can't hear it. And it gets very weird because, like I said, I've almost never had this issue before, so I don't know how to solve this. I've tried using apps in which they'll increase the volume, and what I'll tell you is, if you have a video on your phone, I have this app on my phone that's called I have this app that's on my phone that's called the MX Player. It's a video player that I use. It has pretty much almost all video codecs. I use it for previewing some of my videos when I'm on the go. Most of my videos go onto my OneDrive, so I'll put them on there and then I'll view them on my phone to make sure that everything's looking alright. And when I do that, they have an option in which you can turn the volume up above your max volume. And when I do that, the sound is actually really good on these headphones because you can actually hear things. But because of the headphones being very quiet, it's almost like you can't hear anything, and your ears are straining to listen to your music, and that's no good. I don't think that that's really good, that I have to strain my ears to listen to music. Now, some people like their music on the softer side, and they don't like to listen to their music very loud. But what I will say is that you can't actually do that with these headphones, because if you listen to them at lower qualities, if you listen to these at lower volumes, you get a lower quality audio. Now, what I mean by that is the sound actually goes down in sound quality dramatically, and the bass on the lower volumes can cause a strange vibrating sound that sounds like literally the worst thing I could ever hear in my life. Some of your songs will sound like the song itself is vibrating, and not in a good way, because it's not vibrating because the bass is there. There's a difference between something vibrating because the bass is there, because that supplements the song, but you have this where the bass is vibrating the song itself. So imagine a song, imagine listening to the song, and then the volume is just going up and down while you're in the middle of listening to the song because the bass is playing. That's what's happening, and that's what's torturing me with these headphones, because I usually listen to these at night. When I'm laying in the bed, I want to listen to some music, or I want to watch some videos, and if I'm watching videos, it sounds very clear and it's very good, because most YouTubers have their videos at a louder volume than normal because they want everybody with all different types of headphones to be able to listen to their music and listen to their videos. But if you're talking about music, I almost can't recommend these headphones, because when you're listening to these at lower volumes, the audio quality gets so bad that it actually depresses me. I've never had headphones that have physically depressed me because I'm listening to music on them. I've had songs that have depressed me, but not headphones themselves, and that's where I can't recommend these headphones. Now, the point in which I'm trying to make is that I'm not sure if these headphones are, faulty, if I maybe got a bad batch of headphones, maybe I got a bad cable, maybe I've got bad headphones, but I've tried it on my PlayStation, I've tried it on my iPhone, I've tried it on my Galaxy Note 5, and I've had almost basically consistent things here and there. Basically, I've only had like a 1 decibel difference between the two, or between the iPhone and the Galaxy Note. So I'm not really sure as to where these headphones are going to be placed, but I'm not sure that I can actually recommend these to anybody, because they're just not at that point in which I can say that these are they just aren't to a point in which I can say that anybody will actually be able to reasonably pay $90 for these headphones and enjoy the experience, you know? One of my biggest things is price to performance. So if something is, you know, close to $100 and something else within that bracket range or less is outperforming it and doing way better, if the only thing that's keeping these headphones in my hands right now is me rubbing the sides of the headphones, that's no good, because the most important thing with these headphones is to be able to actually listen to them, and I can't do that. So unfortunately, I don't recommend these headphones, but that's just how headphones are, and they're either hit or miss. So I think I'm not gonna miss these headphones when they're gone, because I can't listen to them properly, and I don't think I really want to waste time trying to do an RMA to see if these are going to be any better with some other pairs. The weird thing is that everybody that I've seen review these headphones have been, you know, they've been saying that these are really great headphones, the best I've ever seen in my life. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me, because it almost feels like everybody's been paid to review these, and I wish I could have got some of that money, but I wouldn't have been able to reasonably put up a review and say, hey guys, these are some great headphones, because I can't even enjoy these headphones myself. So unfortunately, I love you, Sennheiser, but I cannot recommend these headphones. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe maybe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine by me. You know, I don't run YouTube. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.